Folks, hello and welcome to Gamer's House. I know we're pretty much on time.
Wow.
Holy crap. Well, there's a reason why. So, I'm Rach Tenkar, the blondie to my stage right, my left, whatever, is my lovely wife, Rach.
That's me.
And between us, wedged in my usual desk chair with the green screen chair covering is none other than our niece Shannon.
Hello.
Yeah.
So now we picked Shannon up from her home earlier today with her parents, and on the ride back, Shannon was asking me a very important question. What was that important question, Shannon?
When are you next going to do the yoga live stream for St. Jude's?
So, and the thing is, it's not just Shannon asking. It's not just Joe, the lawyer, asking, because Joe's been asking when he's going to get to team up with his partner again, Shannon, and they're going to get to MC more yoga, and when we get a chance to raise some more money for a good cause. So, I'm figuring before this month is out. If you hear. Our neighbors, we have an attached house, and I think they have an unbalanced washing machine. And every once in a while, it sounds like somebody's beating their head against the wall, but it's too rhythmic to be somebody beating their head against the wall. So I just think it's the washing machine. If it was them beating their head against the wall, that would be a health issue. But I don't think that's what it is. Would you agree?
Sure. Or maybe they're just moving things around.
No, it's always like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The annoyance, Rachie, the annoyance. You know what you know what we're talking about. But
that doesn't get picked up on here then.
No. Who the hell knows? If you hear hissing, it's not the cat, it's the steam heat coming up. I don't know.
Okay.
This microphone's pretty good. It could be picking up a lot of this stuff. Hey,
okay.
What do I know?
Uh-huh.
Maybe they are listening to some Metallica. Some good headbanging. Listen, I was impressed on a ride back. Some Ramones came over my XM radio, and I was like, oh, thank God. Because I grew up on Ramones. They were a local band. I could see them at the local clubs, Lemoore East,
Mm-hmm.
and watch my friends surf the crowd. As I was like, I just want to make sure I can leave here alive and in one piece. Shannon, you're a number of years away from those experiences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a few, actually.
Yeah, it doesn't. You know, she's wise beyond her years, but hopefully she's wise enough to like avoid those venues until she gets a lot older. Yes, long live Joey, Dee Dee, both of them. Those are the Marky. Oh God, they were so. Listen, they traded drummers more than oh God, why can't I picture the name of the band? The fake heavy metal band, Rach.
Fake?
The rockumentary.
Oh, Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap was losing drummers throughout that documentary. Well, I hate to say it, so the Ramones, man. Oh, you know what? You damn spammers. You see, Rach, you're gonna have to talk for the next minute, Rach. I gotta go in.
Yeah. Okay. So during the last week, I'll give you an update about how TRX has been going.
Now, TRX is what exactly?
It's that hanging like suspension trainer. It's a couple of straps that you either throw over your door or that you mount in your ceiling or on your wall. And it basically uses your body weight to give resistance. And so it's a workout that you can kind of adjust according to how strong someone is. And I had gotten a lesson from a friend on last Saturday, and so I've been doing it every other day for the past week, and it's really nice. I've been enjoying doing it. It gives you the ability to do like, you know, bicep curls. It's basically a full body workout.
Yeah, Rach's
Been doing a lot of lunges on it, and
she's firming up the biceps. If I step out of line,
you can't see that one.
If I step out of line, Shannon, Auntie might put me back in line.
Yeah.
Possibly,
Yeah. So it's just starting. And I also noticed that it's starting to help me with balance. And because I'll do certain yoga poses with it too. Because I was doing these lunges, and I was noticing often like I go through them and I often will leave the hips open instead of squaring them forward. And that's not a good form. You can, it's not helpful. So what I like about it, it does give you a lot more body awareness. And so far, I think it is helping me a lot with my balance. And
that's good.
Because there are a lot of like one-legged yoga poses that are very hard for me because I don't have good balance. Like people with visual impairments don't generally have great balance.
Because it's a spatial
thing, and then my eyes don't ever fixate on a certain object. So like your teacher in yoga might say, oh yes, and find a drishti, a focus point where you can fix your eyes as you're standing in tree pose, with your legs sort of your left leg on your right thigh, and trying to balance on one foot. So like there's a lot of like one-legged, and there's a lot of things that you do with balance that at this point are starting to feel easier.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So it's working out for you.
Yeah.
Now it's like Shadzar left a comment before the live stream started that if I bring out giant lands and make Rach and Shannon make characters, then Shadzar is going to call it child abuse, spousal abuse, and crimes against nature, because that's pretty much how bad that game was.
Oh, really?
Well, at least the character generation was. The character generation was not very intuitive.
It wasn't easy just to roll up the character
No.
and go with whatever you do?
No.
Wow. Okay.
Now, Shannon used to build dungeons with my Dwarven Forge, which is now pretty much on. I think most of the Dwarven Forge is in your hands, Shannon. The tiles.
Yeah.
Because she's a dungeon builder. But actually, talking about dungeon builder, we got to break out the dungeon board game again at some point.
Oh yeah, that was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Yeah.
Now, I got a question for you, Shannon, because we're talking about building stuff. How have you and your father started building the Legos?
We've been trying. We're actually planning on starting it this week.
The Harry Potter stuff, correct?
Yeah, we haven't found a spot to put it because they're big.
Yeah. Especially that one is massive.
Yeah, so we're trying to
maybe start with a small one.
Yeah, we're trying to clear spaces for that.
Yeah.
You're gonna need space. I was tempted by the police station Lego.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next, or maybe not. But I was tempted by it when we went shopping a few weeks back.
Yeah.
And when I say tempted by it, not necessarily tempted to, I need to buy it, but kind of like, I wouldn't mind owning that if somebody else put it together and I could just look at it on a shelf.
Oh, you don't want to put it together?
I don't know if I want to put it together.
Oh,
I mean,
I wouldn't mind putting it together.
then all right, well, then maybe. Because listen.
So my gift to him would be the police station,
and her gift to me.
And your gift would be your labor with him.
Yeah.
I mean, I would try and do it too. But...
Well, here's the thing. When
I don't want to like get in the land. Like, how do you do it?
What happened to this? You put the cells in the wrong place. How am I going to lock people up like that? When I retired, one of my game plans, one of my thoughts in my head before retirement, was I was gonna start painting my miniature collection. Never. I bought paints. Never happened. Never even broke. I bought paints. I bought the hobby knives to cut down the flash. I was brushes, and then I
What?
what
What do you do with the knife?
the flash from the mold. So the seam of the mold has to get cut down.
Oh,
So and that never happened.
pretty intricate stuff.
Yes, and the other thing I had planned on doing, and I still haven't done, and maybe I should do this. Maybe me and shit, because Rach has fallen asleep the first 2 or 3 times I tried watching it with her. We got to watch The Lord of the Rings, the 3 movies. Shannon would probably enjoy that. Maybe Shannon's presence would keep Rachel awake. I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe that's just pushing my luck. I don't know.
Well, the first 2 times I think it was more drink than anything else, and then
I
the
think
last time maybe.
I think the first time we were actually still dating, we weren't even married. And the second time we were married, and you were just like, and I was like, all right.
And within the first, like, I don't know, I think they were going by some lake. It was very green and dark. And
I'm trying to get the camera to refocus if I move like that. Refocus. So, I here I am, nearly 6 years after retiring, and I still have yet to rewatch the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I've only seen it in the theater, so that's pretty. That's a goal I should be able to hit.
Yeah.
But in any case, so now Shan, we always ask you this question when you come on because, it's how folks get an update as to what's going on.
Yeah, we want everybody, including ourselves, to be current with what's happening in schools and the COVID. Like, is it getting any less restrictive with the masks or things like that?
Well,
there we go.
Actually, about a week ago, we got an email. I think it was that morning as we were getting ready for school that masks were not required.
Nice.
And then obviously the governor
overrode that,
or whatever, either the state or the town or the state. She's a Democrat, so she wants all the masks. So she's in court as we're in school.
That must be a county person.
Again.
Yeah, from my understanding, what happened was a county judge, I think it was Nassau County, a judge on Nassau County said, listen, these mandates that were put in place, we're no longer under the emergency authorization. There's no authorization to put these mandates into place. So he was like, you can't have, he invalidated the mask mandates, and that was pretty much statewide. But what happened is she immediately appealed, which suspended his decision pending the appeal, which put the mask mandates back into place. And it doesn't mean that local authorities couldn't. Obviously, your local authorities don't want to have a mask mandate in place because they were very quick to go, oh, it's invalid?
Let's email everybody right now before they come, before they get on the bus or whatever.
Yes, Shadow. That is one up-to-date kiddo. Shannon is spot on with what's going on in the world. You don't pull the wool over this young lady's eyes. So that would lead me to believe, Shannon, that you are all still wearing masks in school?
Yes.
Okay. But you no longer have those spit guards, right?
Yeah, but actually at one point they were thinking of bringing those back, but she actually wanted to bring those back, but something happened where it's just, no, those really aren't necessary.
Yes, Shadow Rich and I have been watching a lot of Viva Fry. And I can't do his 3-hour live streams where he's out there with the truckers, but I'll pop in for a little bit. Or
I'd love to go up there for the truckers. But I don't have a pet. Oh, but we can use our license now.
All right. Shannon.
Our IDs
Yeah.
are
Shannon.
good.
Shannon. It was
That would be fun.
it was cold today, right, Shannon?
Yeah.
We came out. We picked you up.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be colder in Canada?
Why would it be?
Because they're north of us.
No, still, why? No, why would it be cold? I mean, like it's Canada. Isn't that like one of the warmest countries?
No, it's one of the coldest countries. It's known as the Great White North, and it's white because parts of it are always covered in snow.
You're pretty bad at sarcasm.
Oh, she got me. Oh my God! So it's another way.
It's like I have to educate this child now.
Oh my God! All right. I was gotten. Oh, all right. So Shan, since we're on the same page, let's would driving to Canada be on your list if you were anti and didn't like the cold? Would that be a place that you would say, let's go?
No.
We could rent something with a heated seat when we get there, and
Rent something with we'd be going in our own vehicle, right? We're not going to stop at the border and rent another vehicle.
Oh, you're saying drive up to Ottawa instead of fly?
And you're saying fly? We can't fly with our with
You
our.
can't fly.
No,
with
you
the
can
IDs.
only you can only do ground travel or sea travel.
Ah, okay, yeah. So our car is built perfectly for it. It's supposed to be warmer next week.
Folks, just
And I'm sure they'd have a Shoppers Drug Mart.
I'm sure they got a Tim Hortons, but I mean
That too. That chai is good.
I'm speechless, and I'm still in shock that I got.
No, just be curious. They were talking about starting drum circles up there and doing all sorts of interesting stuff.
Yeah, Shadow, can you smell the sarcasm? I can now. Okay, here's the problem with Shannon. Just you folks at home, if you don't realize this, those that are listening, because you can't.
Totally
If you're listening,
you said
if you're listening, you can't see this totally innocent face, but those of you watching at home can. Okay, innocent face. You'd expect, but that deadpan sarcasm.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it's one of the warmest countries in the. She actually.
He's like, no. You're thinking Mexico.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. You got your borders flipped. It's like people aren't. The border we're talking about is the one that people aren't sneaking over. This is the border where, I mean, heck, we don't even know what a border is half the time. I think it's like, oh, hey, you
and they're not that worried. So.
No, I think you came into Canada. You might have to leave. I can't do a Canadian accent because either it's become to Wisconsin or
out of my country, buddy. Like on South Park.
buddy. Was that good?
But I didn't say it right. It should have been out of my country.
Out of my country. Out of my country.
Oot.
So, in any case, yes, we've been following that now. Listen, you'll hear me talk about every time I do one of these casts. I always say, talk to a medical professional that knows your medical history, that can evaluate you and help you decide if you aren't vaccinated, whether or not vaccination is right for you. I mean,
don't all those pharmaceutical
everything
commercials end with talk to your doctor, see if Sky Rizzy is right for you.
Sky Rizzy
just came in my head.
Yeah,
sorry.
If Bumble Butt Beer is right for you, that's probably from Harry Potter.
Ooh.
But Bumble Butt Beer. But I mean,
that guy on the YouTube tried to make that.
Butterbeer.
Butterbeer. Yeah, you're trying to make butterbeer.
Yeah.
But I mean, every commercial tells you speak to a medical professional, speak to a doctor, because it isn't one size fits all. As I've said with Joe and with Glenn, listen, that Joe and I are not going to walk into the same store and be. If I pull a shirt off the rack that fits me, it's not going to fit Joe. The man's 6'3", 6'4". It's going to be a bib on him. I'm like, I'm 5'9". That's only because my job was generous when they figured out my height. I think I'm like 5'8.25", but God knows I'm getting older. I might have shrunk.
Like
See,
me?
yeah. Who's not shrinking?
Me.
You keep getting bigger and bigger. Oh, look who's here. We got Matt Jackson.
Nice.
Matt Jackson is down in Nashville, Tennessee, where Chris would be if Chris hadn't injured his back and decided to take a 6-week layover with his grandmother down in beautiful Florida, where the temperature's in the 80s as we shiver our heinies off.
Mm-hmm.
So
It was like 10 degrees today.
yeah, it was horrible.
The wind was so bitter.
Yeah, it was, but I always thought like Oklahoma was warm, but Glenn has got like ice storms and he's freezing.
Yeah, that whole central
It's weird.
thing is, it gets really hot weather.
Yeah, I know Tennessee gets cold because hey, Chris slipped and fell on ice at the airport.
Yeah,
and
that
injured
gets
his back.
very cold.
So see Matt, he almost did a mat. He wasn't climbing though. He just fell from his own height, and thank God Chris is short. He's Rachel's height.
Yeah.
Inch taller?
Maybe an inch taller.
There you go. So now,
Yeah, he's probably got that now that I've shrunken.
now we've spoken about this because when the weather gets cold, when the weather is warm or comfortable, right, in the 50s, Shannon, what do? We go for walks in the park, right? We bring the dog out. We take nice long walks. When the weather gets like this, walking isn't an option. I mean, I walked to my friend John's house the other day to check in up on him and his wife, and I mean it was bitter. You're not going to do that for 40 minutes to an hour to get the exercise in. So you
have to find alternate ways, and like treadmills, anything like rowers. Everybody says rowing is really excellent for you, and then things like TRX you can make into like cardio also. So
so according to Matt, 18 degrees this morning when he woke up.
Oh,
see, but you didn't get up like 11:15 like Rach and I did. You got up a lot earlier, I'm sure. And it just hit 31 for you. Yeah, it's still cold here. It was wet and nasty with freezing rain coming down yesterday. Sucks. Now, what I've been doing for exercise, and when we were out picking up Shannon, I apparently missed a call to arms for VR racquetball, virtual reality racquetball. I might do something after this. Get a little workout in. It's good for the cardio. You're not going to build muscle up with it. If you want to build muscle and get some cardio, a rowing machine, Total Gym used as a rower. I would suggest probably at one of the lower heights, so it's an easier repetition to keep doing for the cardio aspect. Maybe I'll do that after this. Maybe we'll show Shannon the Total Gym. Dun dun dun. You have not seen that yet. It is. But you're too young.
It's a fine piece of machinery.
Yes, I know your mother has a rowing machine.
Yeah.
But this for us is a bit more flex-able. Yeah, Matt loves his rower. Best thing I bought for the garage gym. We don't have a garage. I park on the street. I'm lucky I have an alleyway. And if we did have a garage in here, it would be detached and not heated. Not an option for this time. And the basement we have, it's only got about maybe a 6-foot ceiling. It's not a very high.
Oh,
ceiling.
really?
Yeah, at least It's not.
No, I can't touch it.
Yeah. Okay. Rach, you're 5'2".
Yes, but my arms are, I would be able to. That's more than a foot, right, to my fingertips
maybe.
from the top of my head.
It's
Yeah.
a very low ceiling.
But at the end part, it's a lot higher.
Right. It's lower when you get toward the back of the house.
But the basements are kind of scary.
It is.
The house was built in 1905. It's going to be scary.
Yeah, it's
It's got
definitely scary.
It has tree
I
trunks.
would be a little nervous, like exercising down there.
It has tree trunks and coal bins. Oh my! I mean, but and that's the reason why something like for us, the Total Gym is really cool. As is the TRX. TRX, when you're not
I
using
showed
it,
y'all last week.
you wrap it up and it goes away.
This big in its bag.
The Total
I could
Gym.
dangle it from one hand.
You're done with using it. You fold it up. You put it in the corner of the room. It's out of the way. Good cure for headaches without aspirin. Shadow. Pressure points. And I used to be good at it. For me, it's usually on the temple. My pressure point, it's just right around here. I can feel it. Right in there. Yeah.
What about at the top of the ear, like right here?
That can also work, but usually, see, that'll work for.
And then sometimes, like, I like to do jaw release since I
No,
learned
so here,
how to.
turn me.
I don't want to hurt you because it's.
Oh,
it's
well,
not
well, then if it's
straight.
dry, then
But it's you push. You can even do it yourself. Like, you close your mouth, and then let me see. There's like there's tissue here that if you just sort of push together.
Oh, yeah, I feel it right here.
Yeah,
But
and then
that's
it'll
kinda-
start to go. Your mouth will open.
Well, see,
And, and you just come down. And, yeah.
I mean, again, it depends on the headache.
But it's just that you push in, and that gets rid of like a lot of tension.
Mhm.
And so, like doing that in addition to a headache, it's something that can help because, like, a lot of times, like our whole from here up is very tense.
So now, for those that don't have a visual, if you're going to get this on the podcast later, I'm going pretty much from the corner of my eye straight back to right about before your ear starts, and then you kind of have to feel around. You're going to find a spot. For me, it's a little bit above that. So you go back to the ear and you go up about an inch. And when you start moving your finger around, you can feel it hitting a tension area.
Yes.
And that's now, that works for certain headaches. If you have a sinus headache, I used to get really swollen around my eyebrows. If I had really sinus pressure going on, I would almost look Cro-Magnon because my sinuses would fill up right above my eyes. I can massage that out. So I also find sometimes massaging my eyebrows by going from the inside of the eyebrow to the outside. If it's a sinus
there's
headache.
Come the spirit point too, right here. In the
it's kind of like gouging your eye out without gouging your eye out. No,
it's at the top of your eye, the top inside of your eye. And if you like sort of put a little pressure there, like sometimes I'll like put my elbows on the desk and then just put the thumbs onto that point and start to massage it.
See,
and that's very helpful. Something else you can do too is use peppermint oil.
Oh yeah,
peppermint oil is really good, or some sort of like preparation, like Origins makes like a preparation for headache relief, and it's very potent in terms of the peppermint. It's basically peppermint oil, but it's like a cream. And then like natural stores will make like a it's like a carrier oil with like peppermint oil and chamomile and stuff in it.
Where do you apply it?
I apply it to my temples.
All right.
And then I'll often go in here to the Calm the Spirit points.
Which is right above it's right above your nose.
Yeah.
In between your eyebrows.
Yeah. And then often on that point, so where your ear, the top of your ear, just pull that, back so that you can get the so that you can get the ball, your roller ball into that area to be able to apply the oil. And then on the back of the neck, there's this place is called your occiput. It's that little ridge underneath the skull. This one right here. So it's the ridge that between your neck and your skull, and putting it there and having that like sort of get tingly it does relieve a lot of headache for me, because I've been one to struggle with headaches in the last several years, for a lot of my life too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get a lot of headaches, but when I do, for me, it's usually sinuses. So usually that's the temples. It's the temples are right above the ear, because your sinuses are, the flow. And you have to also remember, and something that I only learned because I had Hodgkin's, the reason why I was getting those swollen eyebrows that are crawling, I didn't look when I would get severe sinuses, is because it was throwing off my secondary circulatory system.
Yeah.
Your lymphatic fluids, and it was building up. Now I haven't had that problem since 15 years since I got treated for the cancer, but in the years leading up to it, this probably would have been a warning sign if I'd only known. But like I said, I would find that I could just gently, from going from the inside of the eyebrow to the outside, that action with a little pressure would relieve it. So what works for me might not work for Rach, what not work for Shannon. Maybe Shannon, I gotta take her and hold her upside down and shake her till the coins come out.
Yeah, another like aromatherapy thing too. Like we've had these Nutty Inhalers. I guess the product is called Nutty Inhaler, and it's basically like some of the crystal salt, like the Himalayan salt, with like lavender and peppermint and eucalyptus in there. And so you use it between your nostrils and inhale from it, and just like try to do some breathing, whatever breathing practices, like to make sure it goes deep, and so that it can open up your sinuses,
right,
or give you that feeling of what it's like to have it open. Because a lot of times we also, like when we're sick, we lose we can't smell in the same way that we used to. And so being able to even just use that, it's also like, oh, okay, things aren't broken here. I can smell this, so yeah.
So Shadow says his headache is in the back of the head where his neck meets the skull, but it could be from too much reading, because George DeRosa from Emperor's Choice, Show, sent him a box of Arduin material.
Nice.
I know what that box looks like, because I got a box like that from George, and oh my God, it is awesome. So, and I read it in bits and pieces, but I kind of go back and forth between all the books because I have no ability to focus when it comes to stuff that's really good.
And it would make sense to have it at the back of your head too, because it's the back of your brain, like your occipital lobe, and a lot of our visual stuff can be processed back there.
Okay,
I think so.
So actually, it's helping out Shadow. Pressure points are helping.
Oh, good.
So, Shannon, got a question for you. And again, we're going to go back to, dare I say it, COVID. It's the winter time. You're going out. When you socialize, I should say, when you're having, I don't want to call it play dates, but when you're socializing with your classmates or your friends,
when you're hanging
out of school, are you wearing masks outside?
We don't have to. It's since COVID really isn't that bad anymore, or at least in my area.
Yeah.
We don't usually, unless they're like super, like germaphobes.
Like if the mother's really like,
Yeah.
oh my God, you have to wear your mask all the time, all day, every day, then yeah,
Put the mask on
you
the
respect
newborn.
it and
But
play with the mask.
Yeah.
Now, if you're doing if there's a sleepover at your house, are you all masking up?
I mean, I can't really see sleeping with a mask on. I mean,
No,
it's
neither
not-
can I. And that's not Shannon being sarcastic, by the way. That's just her schooling Uncle properly because she's right. Well, I mean, and the reason why I'm because this, and I'm not saying that talk about the efficacy of masks. I am not a medical professional. I can't really judge on it, but I do have certain questions like when there was a mask mandate in our restaurants. Before they were looking for vaccination status. There was a mask mandate, and the mask mandate was you walk in, you've got to be masked, but when you sit down and start eating or drinking, you can be demasked. But if you went to the bathroom, you had to be remasked.
Yes.
And I don't. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask somebody who's probably a bit more wired in than I am. Does that make sense to you, Shannon?
In some ways, I'd say yes.
Okay. Because for me, I was just like, I mean, I know it's impossible to eat with a mask on, which is why you're taking the mask off when you're eating and drinking. But I just didn't. It's kind of like the virus goes, oh shoot, time out. You're eating. I can't
bother you right now.
I can't poke you.
I'll be waiting here for when you go to the bathroom.
But I'm, but because now.
Well, even on the airlines, right? Like people would say, "Oh, just don't have the mask off," and you had to you can have it off during bites. So
right.
I was there going, lifting it from the bottom, putting my little peanut in, or my almonds because we can't have peanuts on the plane.
No more peanuts in the airplane. Everybody's peanut.
So you take it and then you raise it up again, drink, put it back down.
Matt, Shannon. Now, just so you know, this is coming from a retired Army sergeant who supervised people. Smart guy. I'm not blowing smoke up your hiney there, Matt. Just telling you. He's a fairly smart guy. You're smarter than 80% of the people online, Shannon. Now, that being said, Matt, you do know the bar for that is off my screen. It's fairly low. But Shannon she's a critical thinker, which you don't normally get with somebody that's 11. A lot of times critical thinking is something that you learn to do, if you ever learn to do it, as you get older. If you are a critical thinker when you are younger, you will excel at a lot of stuff because what's going to hold the general population back until they learn critical thinking, this lady has a head start. I, as an uncle, would love
Don't let anybody take it away from you, girl.
I would love to take credit for that as her uncle and the influence that I've had, but she's already making a face, so I don't think I can take that credit. But yeah, honestly, we really enjoy having Shannon over to do these episodes with us when she can.
Yeah.
Because it gives a different perspective and it gives a different viewpoint on it. You can hear me and Rach talk about what's going on in the world and all that stuff, or what we're doing for exercise. You get the practical answers that are unvarnished, untarnished, unfiltered from Shannon, except when she's making fun of her uncle by being sarcastic with a deadpan voice and face. Okay. Okay, Shannon, I got news for you. There's a game we got to teach you. Poker. Because the moment that you're old enough to go to Vegas, you'll make good money with that deadpan. Sure, this guy, you'll figure that game out. I can't do it. I've got tells. People look at me and are like, oh, geez. But.
Yeah, we both have expressive faces.
Yes. Shannon has expressive face when she loves
Yeah,
it.
but she somehow.
She can control it.
Yeah.
I mean, Shannon. I was law enforcement for 20 years. I am a trained investigator who's supposed to be able to tell when people are misleading or lying. And you just had me. You wound me up, Shannon. Pulled the string and the top went off, and you're like, "Ha ha,
Sucker.
you sucker, sucker! Look at you!" Oh God. So, let's see what haven't we covered? Oh, that's right. So I don't know exactly which weekend we're going to do this because Shannon, you're going to the Poconos at the end of the month, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You going for 2 weekends, a week and a half? What are you going for?
Not probably like 5-ish days.
5. So maybe we'll figure out which of those weekends, the prior one or the after one.
Mm-hmm.
You can come over. Now, we're going to start this, and as Shannon reminded me, I still owe walk the dog in the park, blue hair, and on the same day, go shopping at one of the supermarkets with the blue hair. Hasn't been forgotten, but the weather is not cooperating. However, for the next one, we will have a new outfit. You can't use the same outfit, right? So I gotta have a different outfit on. Do we agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
I think we have at least a different bottom. We have different bottoms I can use anyway.
Oh yeah.
All right. So we're gonna have to do that. I will dye my hair blue the night before. Let it sit so then I can wash out like the caked on blue that makes me. I don't want to look fluorescent.
If you wash it out, it's coming out.
No, it didn't. It didn't come out for days, right, when I washed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just wasn't like the same bright blue. I began to look like Granny.
Yeah, I just kept combing it through.
Yeah. No.
Then it was done.
No. I looked like I looked like one of those grannies you used to always see with the blue hair.
Yeah.
You know that gray blue? That was me. It's like, oh, look at that. He's got steel blue hair. Huh? I'm not gonna do a shampoo wash. I'm just gonna do a water wash to get the.
But be careful because you might have a streaking down your back.
I'm gonna have a blue streak down my back.
Like, it's kind of delicate that day.
We'll make it work.
Okay.
So we'll do that, and then we'll. Shannon, should we put this up for? We St. Jude we did really well for.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with St.
And we
Jude.
have to think of more like more goals. So like when we hit a certain number,
session stretch goals
that we do a certain thing. When we hit another when we hit the next milestone, that we or he does the next odd behavior or challenge. And it might be good. We'd love to have suggestions of what you'd like to see us do in relation to yoga. Nothing just nutsing around.
Nothing that gets the video pulled. So don't say
right.
We want to see Tenkar Moon. No, you're not gonna.
No,
you're not gonna see butt crack at a tank.
Yeah, we won't display anatomy or anything like that.
Yeah, be thankful for that. So, yes, Matt says you're gonna go far, Shannon. I knew that already, though. I keep on joking with this young lady. He's like, here's the car keys. Drive.
Yeah, leave your suggestions in the comments so that we can.
Yes. Because really we
make a plan, and if there's some sort of dance that you're asking us to do or something like that we can actually have it prepared, that we can actually what did she do?
No, Matt a stretch goal should be waxing.
Oh no.
All right.
Whoa.
Now, I don't know if this comes off on the screen or not. It kind of does. Hold on a second. All right. Now my son is hairier than I am. But now. Oh, all right. So, Rach, we can do it one of two ways if we do make that a stretch goal. Okay. Shannon, you're in on this one too. So.
What do you? dab on the wax and make sure
Well,
it
no.
adheres to
Yeah.
every hair.
Well,
And then she gets to pull it back.
well, here's the thing. We either do the arm or we do the back. So here's so
I think there's a lot more nerve endings on your trunk than there are on your forearm.
So I'm gonna tell you right now. If this is a $500 goal, and the back would be at least $1,000.
Nice.
And we don't do both. It's not like, oh, we get the 500 rip, and then no, you get the worst rip. Okay,
1,500, like 1,000 more.
1,500. Yes, 1,000. 1,500. You get both. All right. By the way, we talked about this driving back with Shannon a little bit, and even like when we got home, it's like, we're gonna pre-plan this. We're not gonna do this live on the air and just.
Well, yes, live on the air.
No. We just did this live with you all on the air. How we're going to mutilate Tenkar. So no one wants to see. Yeah, everybody wants to see it, Shannon.
Oh,
Everybody.
Dang.
Shannon wants to see it.
You guys are sadistic.
Hey,
I wasn't thinking like injury.
not injury, just removing back hair. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm willing to go for that. I'm willing to do that. But we got the money's got to be there. Now, there's another fundraiser that we've been tossing around that does not require physical injury of anybody involved. But there was talk about having Skeeter and Bad Mike playing an actual session of Giantlands live as a live stream with me GMing. Maybe we'll grab a third party.
Oh, it's something different. Okay.
Oh, this would be something different. And this wouldn't necessarily be for St. Jude's. This would probably be for a different charity because Bad Mike and Skeeter might have something that they're going to pitch.
Yeah.
So this is something.
Nice.
This is just stuff that we want to keep the stuff fun, and we want to raise money for good causes. I mean, honestly, I've been associated with Frog Eye Games, and not a member of the team. I'm not a part owner, but I've certainly done work with them for a number of years, and they've always supported good charities with their humble bundles.
Oh,
and,
yeah, we can look at that.
You know, I think we can always do the same. No, head shaving.
It's not an option.
Shannon's like, it's not an option. Not an option. 2,500?
3,000.
27.
2,750.
All right.
3,000.
Well, at least I wouldn't have blue hair.
Yeah.
We got the clippers. I mean, we could
We
just
do?
Yeah. My beard trimmer will do the hair.
It's gonna be like,
Yeah.
huh, this is a great job. I don't really need to see that.
It's gonna
I need to make sure that it's a straight line. Or...
All right, so just see, we're gonna have
this could be fun.
You would have the legally blind shaving my hair. So you know those bad scenes that you see in like.
Well, I can feel your ear.
Get mom.
Well,
Get mom.
Yeah, but you're gonna. I can guarantee you're gonna have like jagged streaks that are gonna be left.
No.
Oh, we can get mom. Mom can do it.
Oh God. Yeah, no. Oh. No, man. I know you were talking about shaving my hair now. And the funny part about that was when I had cancer, about 15 years ago or so, I had Hodgkin's. I thought all that hair was going to drop out, and I bought hats. I bought like 6 hats. I was going to embrace it. And I lost body hair everywhere else. I had no eyebrows, but I kept the hair up here until I had the chemo, and then I just kind of lost like a right around the ear, and I had to always go for twice a week, get my hair cut on the other side to match it. But I never actually lost that hair, so I never actually had a.
You never had a bald situation.
No,
you never.
Hey, you never. Who knows?
Maybe
I'll like it. Maybe I'll embrace the Matt Jackson in me.
Oh, Matt Jackson's bald.
I don't know. He's wearing a hat, so I'm assuming so. He's wearing a hat in his.
Okay.
You know, I'm just
Sorry.
throwing that out there. But we'll figure out the actual stretch goal numbers and what's happening, and we'll organize it so Shannon can run through like, oh, next stretch goal, she'll put it up on the screen. Oh yeah, we can use those banners. I'll have Shannon
Have banners big, with what the next stretch goal is and
Yes.
what number we have to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have it all preset, and then Shannon will just put them up on the screen.
We should probably do this in March because we need time to prepare all this.
All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna
March.
aim for March. Oh, Jesus. All right. So, and this likely means that for St. Patrick's Day, I'll either have blue hair or no hair, which will make either.
Well, could we stop with the blue and just buy green?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, Matt says he shaved in 2009 before going to Iraq and never went back.
Oh, wow.
See, I called it right.
I guess it's easy to take care of.
Yeah,
You don't have to spend an hour detangling.
Shannon, do you spend an hour detangling your hair?
Probably more like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, maybe not an hour. Maybe that half hour to 40.
As long as I keep my hair short, my hair care is nothing.
I got a lot of hair.
I know. All right, so this stream went in a direction I didn't expect it. So I'm going to miss this hair, and actually, I'm going to have to say, hopefully, I get to the point where where you guys raise enough money that we can say I miss this hair. Shadow, he hasn't cut his hair in 3 years, and having it cut every 3 weeks, I thought I'd take a break. 3 years. I took a COVID break. Don't get me wrong. I took a COVID break for about, I don't know, almost 12 months. And I need. It's bad when you go to your heart failure specialist, and the nurse that was also seeing you in the hospital is there, and she's like, Eric, are you going to cut your hair? It was COVID. Everything was shut down. I didn't want to go to a hairdresser or a barber.
Well, yeah, and you didn't want to go and have to wear a mask in there.
No. But then my mother decided to cut it. And she's cut it like 2 more times, or 3 more times. I have the mother haircuts right now, so the COVID haircuts, but they're not too bad. Mental health is a part of health. Yeah, laughing is the best medicine. Yes, it is. And listen, when I say we, it mainly means me, but my cohorts here are just very happy to embrace my craziness and allow us to find ways to raise money for good causes.
Yeah.
And if people laugh and they think it's hilarious, they think I look stupid, they want to make fun of me, I don't care. All right? Because in the end, we do this stuff because we do these live streams because as much as we hope it helps everyone that listens and watches, we do it for ourselves too, because it helps us to process our prior week of our challenges and what's going on with us and what we've been doing. I mean, my mental health has taken one hell of a almost like a PTSD hit the last week and a half.
Weeks, yeah.
A lot of NYPD.
The shootings here.
Shot, 2 recently killed. We had another officer shot in my old command, 2-6 precinct.
Today.
Off duty in his own car. I don't know. It reads initially like it was attempted carjacking, which we've been having many in the city. But if it wasn't an attempted carjacking, then it was an attempted assassination. So I don't know. And I left that job almost 6 years ago. St. Patrick's Day will be 6 years since I started running my time. That July officially came off the clock. And to see what's happening, you start to feel some guilt that it's
the survivor's guilt starts to come.
It's no longer your responsibility. It's you're no longer part of that mix. And how dare I not be part of that mix?
Yeah.
I left behind detectives and cops that work for me that I'm concerned about. A partner my last partner, she's got a couple more years to before she plans on retiring. It's just a horrible situation. So, things like this, getting Shannon over here to spend the night, and Uncle can probably belch in her ear, which she always expects. I can never get my opportunities anymore. She's always like, and then I would go.
She's too grown now.
Well, when I go to hug her, she thinks I'm going to belch in her ear. It's like I'm just coming in. It's like I'm just coming in for a hug. God damn it! So but this is good for. It's like a debriefing, and it allows us to deal with this. Yeah, Matt. Yeah, he's seen that same thing amongst the military as well. It's hard. You part of it is, and talking about insight. This young lady was, I guess, 5 when I retired, and when I told her I was retiring, and I said what it meant, means I don't go to work anymore. I get to stay home, some more time with Shannon, more uncle duties. She made a very prophetic statement. Well, it doesn't mean that you stop protecting the family, right? Because it doesn't mean you stop protecting people, right? You're still protecting people. And you realize when, as smart as she is at 11, she was still damn smart at 5. You realize that you took an oath, right? And when you retire, that oath isn't rescinded. It's still there. So
you just don't get to wear your costume anymore.
Yes, that's the other thing too. That's right. She asked me, "Oh, you're not going to be wearing your costume anymore. And you got to give up your. I think she called it shield because I always called it shield.
Yeah.
And you got to give back your shield, but you're going to still.
She had the language. Yeah.
But you got to still protect the family and other people, right? So, yes, you still do. You don't let all that go. Yeah, it's Shadow watched the funeral.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, it wrecked me, dude. It wrecked me.
Yes.
It wrecked me.
God bless them.
Yeah, it's wrecking me now. Ugh. In any case, and we're nearing the witching hour. Holy crap! How did we do this? I know how we did this because of Shannon. Gosh darn it, people are sending me messages. That's all. It's my once a week work spouse. Bed Mike.
Oh, Bed Mike.
Bed Mike. I gotta mute him. There we go. He's muted. I'll deal with him later. Folks, listen, we've already mentioned the whole COVID thing. Not going to mention it again. You guys don't need to hear it.
No, they know.
After this cast, leave some comments for some more ideas of what you'd like us to do. And the Tenkar does yoga dressed like a whatever, and for a good cause because it's great and it raises money. And I want to specifically thank Shannon for joining us because somebody has to outshine Uncle on occasions. It might as well be Shannon. So I can't believe you got me. Okay, you're going to have to tell your mother that one.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to watch that one later to see how I fell for that shit. I'm going to have to throw that language out there because it has to be said. I fell for it. I fell for it hard. I know. Again, seriously, give us some ideas, give us some thoughts, give us some feedback. As always, be safe, be well. God bless each and every one of you. And oh my God, no.
Yeah, I can do that.
No. No.
I have a lot of makeup.
Oh my God. See, that one I don't go out in public on.
There's
right?
some really cool eyeshadows.
Oh no,
right?
See, no, that's like $3,000, okay, right there. That's like
okay. We need to
we're gonna figure out the levels.
Come with the ideas and then the levels, because you know, it all like he's like, yeah, I'll shave my head for $3,000.
Yeah.
Will I put on makeup? Will I paint my nails?
No, wait, nails. Wait a second. Listen, makeup I can wash off. Nails are a pain in the ass. I mean,
Yeah.
all right, folks. Be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice. Roll them well. Next live stream is going to be this coming Wednesday. Bad Mike and I will probably have a special guest. I have people, excellent people, literally knocking on our door for the cast to come on the show. We just got to figure out a schedule. It's going to be an awesome year, folks. Really. 2022 is much better than 2020 at the very least.
Oh my God.
And actually an improvement on 2021, which wasn't a bad year.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all. Matt, we love you, but you really are a bad influence. And also, Shadow, thank you. The rest of you all, I'll be back tomorrow with a regular cast. Don't ask me about what. Maybe you already went. I haven't done that in a couple of weeks. Maybe a room quest. I don't know. We'll see. All right, folks.
Take care.
Bye.
So, Shannon, you're gonna get Uncle in trouble again and make me look. I know I did.